Um, um, I got a story to tell you guys about. I think last week you guys heard me talk about my hospital visit, but got an update to that, and you guys are going to be really interested to hear that. Um, I sent out I sent out a tweet showing my bill, obviously without the account info and all that stuff, but really interesting. I'm gonna lean on you guys and gals out there to um, let me know what you think of the whole situation, what I should do. I just had Black Cat on talking before I got on here to basically talk about the bill that I got and some strange happenings and stuff like that. So I'll talk more about it on the show. The show's RPGrinders. This is Frank. We haven't started the show yet. Just waiting on my cohorts to show up. Eric the Great and Breakman the Bold. Should be a lively chat today. I'm expecting a few people in there. Actually, I'm going to tweet out. Sorry guys and gals. Um, Give me just a second. I'll be right back with you. I promise. Let's see. Just tweeting out some stuff about the show. Love to hear from you if you're listening on the archive. I know the archive listeners on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure to send at RPGrinders your questions. We will most certainly answer them. If you have a complaint or whatever, we will address those as well. Very transparent on RPGrinders. Yeah, I'm not very happy. Didn't get any, treatment. Um, we'll talk more about it on the show, I guess. But, you know, just finishing up my tweet here. Okay. Yeah, if you're just joining, the show's RPGrinders. Just waiting on Eric and Break to get here. We'll be talking my stuff. Let me take a quick look at the. I already looked at the synopsis of the show. Not a ton of gaming news, obviously, because of what's going on in the world of COVID slash. And I'm not afraid to say that shit. I know a lot of YouTubers and Twitch affiliates are freaked out about saying COVID or the coronavirus or whatever. Um, uh, you know, I don't know why they're so afraid to say. I know that there's been some demonetization shit going on, but RP Grinders has never relied on YouTube or Twitch or Podbean or whatever other outlet, iTunes to monetize. But I've never been monetized, so everything is fully funded by the grinders. So I don't have a Patreon, so we are fully independent, which is why I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. I'm gonna give Eric a call here right now. Eric, what's up, dude?
What's up?
I'm just talking to Black Cat in chat here.
Mm.
Let's see.
I need to put my reviews in.
Okay. So we're just waiting on Breakman now. How's your week been so far, man? Are you still working or?
Yeah, I still have a job.
Well, I guess that's good, Eric. I mean, I don't want you to get sick or anything. Hopefully, you're taking the proper precautions, not touching your face. I just told Bernie. Bernie's also, working right now in the middle of this fucking pandemic. I told her, um, you know, uh, I told her, just hang in there, don't touch her face, and which is going to be really difficult for her today. She attended a funeral via FaceTime today of one of her high school friends. It was really rough, and I feel really bad for Bernie, and um, uh, let's see. Okay, let me. I'm gonna get Matt in on the call just for now. He's having a hard time with Twitch. We'll get Black Cat in here, and um, let's see. Come on.
Hey, I'll mute.
Yep. Thanks. Black Cat's on the line. We haven't started the show, Black Cat, so you can stay on until we get.
Rolling. Okay.
Yeah, it's no problem. I haven't started the show yet. I'm just waiting on break. Black Cat's on the line with us. What's up, Black Cat? You feeling the pandemic like everybody else?
Yeah, man, I'm climbing the walls.
Yeah.
I've just had it. I've had it with the news. I've had it with the incompetence. I'm bummed, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean that's dude, I'm with you, man. I mean, I was talking to you a little bit before we got on the air. I'm looking at this bill here, which is ridiculous, and I'll explain it later after the news and stuff. But it's one of those things, man. It's just wow. I don't even know what to say. And I'm gonna rely on people out in the audience to tell me what they think as well, because I know what I think, and what I think was sent out in the mail. So I'll discuss it later. I don't want to spoil that little portion of the show, but
yeah, they summed that little piece of mail summed it up nicely, didn't it?
Oh, it sure did. But I summed up my feelings with my response in the form of a check. So I'll tell you all about that later on in the show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Just waiting on break, man. If you're just joining, the show's RPGrinders. I'm on with Black Cat and Eric the Great. Black Cat is having trouble with Twitch, so I said he could eavesdrop on the call, which is always okay. If you're having trouble on Twitch or anything like that, I have no problem adding you to the call. Just make sure that you mute when the show starts. We've been doing this for a solid. What do you think, Eric? We've been doing this for 12 years. I can never keep it straight.
I think it's funny that there are better deals for games on the 3DS than there are on the Switch right now.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much par for the course. I mean, Eric, how are you handling the pandemic, man? I know we're gonna get into it later, but how are you handling things, man? Is everything? Are you keeping sane with video games like most of us are?
Yeah.
Let me see if anybody's else. We haven't started the show. If you're listening on the archives, we usually do a pre-show banter. Feel free to, if you're listening on Twitch or YouTube, I edit a little bit for, the actual show that you download on iTunes and stuff. So that's stuff that iTunes and every other outlet does not get. Twitch and YouTube get the full shebang. So especially Twitch. Twitch is where the chat. I have both the YouTube and Twitch chat open. I got a really good suggestion from Slagar, our good friend Slagar, who usually joins chat right about now. Where are you? Where are you, Slagar? You son of a bitch. But he said that we're coming up on 10,000 views on Twitch, which is really exciting. We haven't been on Twitch that long, so that's actually a really good sign. We get most of our views and listens on Twitch, so much appreciated there. But we've been doing this thing for a long time. How long have we been doing this, Eric? Like 12 years?
You have
Well, I know I have, but you've been doing it, what, 11? I think you're,
10,
10. So it took you 2 years to join Grinders, Eric?
more like a
Year and a half. Yeah. I think, Eric, you started listening to us on, was it All Games you started listening to, or just in general? Did you just,
All games.
Yeah, it was All Games.
I only found out about you because someone was promoting it on the Infidel Guy chat room.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was you or not.
Yeah, that was definitely, we definitely had the Infidel Guy on at one point in time, which was a ton of fun. He doesn't do anything anymore. I haven't heard from Infidel Guy in a long time, but he's a noted skeptic and an atheist, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's cool, man. I forgot about that. You told me that before, but with my memory being fucked because of Wyland says so Black Cat, apparently Twitch is acting up, so you're not alone. Thanks, Wyland. He's in chat. He's letting us know that Twitch is being a bitch today, which happens every great once in a while. I kind of expect these things. Breakman's in chat. He'll be here soon, so we'll start the show proper really soon. But everybody's going fucking stir crazy, including me. And I'm not even employed, and I'm going crazy. This is. I mean, it's one thing to like stay in your house and not being told to stay in your house. It's another thing to be told to stay in your house and everybody else being told to stay in your house. So when you go out, the streets are kind of barren. The stores aren't particularly full. There's no place to sit and eat. Like it is a mind fuck. And I just want everybody to know. That. You're not alone out there. I've got a lot of good friends on Twitter. One of them, I don't know his Twitter handle off of the top of my head. Well, let me look down. But he's always MJM Melee, I think, is the Twitter handle. But he's always tweeting out very inspirational things for people with mental illness and mental disabilities, and it's really, really hard on people with mental problems. And I'm not talking like people that are totally mental. You guys know what I mean by that. Like people that have depression and anxiety and stuff like that. And I just want you to know that, Grinders is always open at RPGrinders for questions. We're not psychotherapists. We're not going to be your therapist, but we're here to, give you a couple of hours of entertainment on Fridays and whenever you're listening. It wears down on people. I have a lot of anxiety and depression issues, or at least I did, and I've been there. I've done that. I've been through therapy galore, and there are very few outlets for people in this pandemic like that. But hopefully we can be a very small piece of people keeping sane, and hopefully we make you laugh a couple of times during the show. I know it's hard with Breakman, because Breakman is not funny at all. No, I say that in jest. We do the best we can. A lot of times it's real hard-hitting political discussions, but there are very real problems, and that's one thing about RPGrinders. We're not beholden to donors. We're not beholden to anybody, really. We've collectively, the three of us have funded this show through the years, and I don't give a fuck, and that's why you can always count on Grinders to be real. That's the one thing. Wyland says, I've done the whole stay-at-home thing for months before. Yes, Wyland, I hear you, man, but at least you were, I don't know if you were incapacitated, Wyland. I know you've had some health issues from time to time, but think about this, like somebody that's able-bodied to go out into the world is not easily, it's one thing to be quarantined, and it's another thing to be self-quarantined. You know what I mean? So if I were to go to a restaurant now, you couldn't go, right? Because there's, no sitting down in a restaurant. You can order curbside to go. I mean, Bernie and I have been relegated to we usually do a date night, like once every 2 weeks, and sit down and kind of connect. We haven't been able to do that. We've been kind of going stir crazy with video games and movies and stuff like that, and sometimes you want to get out, and I know you can do walks and stuff like that, and that's all well and good, but sometimes it's okay to be around people. I bitch and complain about people all the time, but yeah, Wyland, I know that I know your particular situation wasn't the greatest, and I'm not talking those specific instances, but you had to have been going crazy, dude. I know you had to have. But now everybody's in that position, and it's it's not fun. It's not fun for people that suffer mentally and physically at all. One says, granted, once Combo Breaker came around, I said F this and went. Yeah, it's that's a thing, dude. Like I told Bernie, I was like, sometimes I feel like I really do have to get out of the house, and I do. I just leave. I get in. There's only so many movies you can watch. Here's another thing that's kind of a small piece of this puzzle. And if you're just joining, we have not started the show proper. I'm waiting for break to get in. So if you're waiting on that, then we will start the show as soon as Breakman kind of resets. He's having some computer issues and stuff like that. But I just want everybody to know that we're all in the same boat, and some of the feelings that we're having, and hopefully this can be a small distraction for you all. Hang on, I'm talking to hang on a second. Eric, talk about how you've been kind of handling things and what you've been doing. I know you've been working on some writing and stuff like that.
I've been playing Persona 5 Royal more than writing. I'll finally get back to that now that that's done. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, well, that's all I've really been doing, really. Because it's such a long game.
Yeah.
Now I'm back on Yakuza 5 before I get in Final Fantasy 7.
I just ordered Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 because they were having a sale on Amazon. Yeah. Thanks, Wyland. I really appreciate that. Wyland, if you want to give people that, give people that. God damn it! What am I trying to say? That link for here and now. That would be greatly appreciated, Wyland. Sometimes I don't have time to. I'm running everything else on the show, plus talking, so I don't always have time to put in those links. But I would appreciate if you could put that in. But yes. So yeah, I know, Eric, you've been working on a lot of reviews, right? Did you get those submitted?
Not yet.
Okay. What are you working on? A preview of what?
I would have had today off, but because we normally get Good Friday off, but we worked till at least 1 today.
Yeah. So what are you working on? What pieces are you working on, Eric?
I still need to get Bubble Bobble for Friends done. And I played that for a bit so I can write about it. And I need to get the Persona 5 Royal review written.
Okay.
And after I get Yakuza 5 done, I'll have a review of all the remastered collection games.
That's awesome, man. I know you were working on that. I didn't know if you finished. You know what I finished, Derek? You're gonna be surprised, man. Call of Duty World War II, which I'll be talking about later in the show. I'm a sucker for World War II games, Eric. Like, my grandfather was in World War II. He was on the front lines at many
So when
battles.
you mean your grandfather, you mean yourself?
You shut
Right.
your mouth. You shut your whore mouth, Eric. You son of a bitch. No, he was there on D-Day. You know, storming the beaches of Normandy, and man, I can't even. These games are not. I don't think are even doing it justice, and they're pretty horrific, man. Like if you just look at it as a whole, I know we're as a society very, very used to violence and gore and all kinds of stuff, but there's nothing that can kind of replace that feeling. But I gotta tell you, Eric, like I got that feeling during this game, like this real guttural, you know, just really, really sinking feeling when I was playing that game, man.
Do you
Like,
see 1917?
I did, and I liked it. That was about World War One, and you know, I think it was the British side of that they did, which is cool. So, Wyland says brakes problems are infecting Twitch. Yeah, that's why they call him Brakeman, man.
I think it's free on Canopy, and Canopy's like, if you don't know, it's basically an aggregate streaming service for libraries. Some libraries have digital services,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're free during the whole shitfest that we're going through right now.
yeah, which is nice, man. And you know what? We need more of that. I know Comcast was ever so gracious to give us free unlimited data, I guess.
But they could always give you unlimited data. They just want no milk and time people.
Oh, of course, which is a whole different bitch that we could talk about.
So after the outbreak ends and people could go back to somewhat normal life again, hopefully they just won't rescind that. And people demand they keep it that way.
Yeah, Black Cat said that was a good movie, Eric. 1917. I liked it. I saw it. I rented it from the Redbox, and it was really good, man. I mean, it. I don't think it was like you know, Oscar worthy or anything. I mean, people are talking about like you know, it's like super Oscar worthy. But it was good. I enjoyed it, you know, and the direction of it, you know, was excellent. That I might give a nod to an Oscar, but you know, I liked it. But it wasn't like watching something like Schindler's List, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. I gotta type in all this shit, man. Slagar. I wonder if Slagar's still around, because I want to talk to Slagar in particular. Slagar inspired me to do something. He alerted me to the fact that we're coming up on 10,000 views on Twitch, which is a small milestone, but it's a milestone nonetheless. I will be giving away a $10 gift card once we hit that $10 or $15 gift card once we hit that milestone on RPGrinders. So you got to be in chat, in the Twitch chat or the YouTube, but everybody joins the Twitch chat, so I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be your best bet. Join the Twitch chat, and I will be giving away that once we hit 10,000 views on Twitch, which will be kind of a small, really cool milestone. Wyland says I need to put my order in for MK Legends Scorpion's Revenge Steelbook and hope it doesn't get mangled in the mail. There's always that hope, Wyland, but I have a feeling a lot of shit is going to get damaged during this pandemic because those workers are working overtime, man, and they're getting overworked. So it's going to be chuck this and chuck that. You just got to hope that the packaging is good. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Send it FedEx. You didn't want it mangled, yeah. I think chat's working for me here, but not video. What about audio? I said Slagar says I think chat's working for me here, but not video. Thanks, Wyland. I really appreciate that. Try that. Shit. Try that link.
I saw an image
Slayer.
on Facebook that someone posted about how they like. I guess they had too much time on their hands because they made a cardboard cutout of a gull and put it over a hand sanitizer's dispenser, so it looks like it's shitting.
People are, there's been quite a few creative people out there um, trying to keep people entertained. I've gotten endless entertainment from Twitter, man. I saw like, um, I mean, anything from like curses on people taking too much toilet paper to, different types of toilet paper, what people use in lieu of toilet paper, a bunch of memes. And so, it's really, really fun. Black Cat says a friend of mine built a really intricate cat fort out of cardboard. Yeah, that's that. I mean stuff like that. It's like,
Excuse me, I need a tissue box.
yeah, get a tissue and come back, and we'll start the show. We'll get break on in here after. We don't have a ton of news, so we'll get the news done for break, and then we'll get started with the show. I mean, we're gonna get started regardless. Hopefully, break will be able to join soon. I think he's having a bunch of Skype issues and computer issues and all that, um, stuff. So, lots to talk about today. Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody in chat situated. Let's see. Hopefully that link works for you, Slagar. I can't keep up too much with chat because I got too much other shit going on. But today on the show, we're going to be doing a little bit of news. Obviously not a ton because of the global pandemic. We got a couple of homie discounts. Actually, one really good homie discount that we'll re-go over. I think that's still in effect. I don't know if Breakman has anything. I think he might have one or two questions. I don't know. What we've been playing, I've got a review for Call of Duty World War II, which you guys will find fairly interesting, I hope.
Is your video still not working?
What? I think it's a Twitch problem. I can stop the stream. Actually, everybody in chat, stay in chat. I'm gonna stop the stream. I'll restart. Maybe that'll help us out. So, bear with us if you're listening. I'm gonna stop the stream. I will restart it, and hopefully that'll work.